Feminism. What does it mean today, and why is it still important? Feminism is a social movement and ideology that fights for political, economic, and social equality of the sexes. The movement has fought for many different causes, such as the right for women to vote, the right to work, and the right to live free from violence. But we're past all that now, right? No. As of Feb 2021, women working full-time in Australia earn on average 13.4% less than men. Just last year, women's average weekly full-time earnings across all industries and occupations was $1,562 a week, compared to the men's average of $1,804.20 a week. Now, on top of that, women make up about half the population, yet make up only 26% of representatives in Australian Parliament. But most alarmingly, 1 in 3 women worldwide has experienced physical or sexual violence in their lifetime. And in Australia, 1 woman is murdered by a current or former partner every 5 days.
So this is all we wanted from feminism, then why are there so many negative stereotypes about feminists? Well, first, let's debunk some of these myths. Feminists hate men. I hear this one floating around social media a lot, and it is absolutely not true. Feminism fights for equality of all genders. Feminists don't want women to be more powerful than men any more than they want men to be more powerful than women. The feminist movement is meant to achieve social, economic, political, and personal equality for all genders, though it's often mistaken for misandry, which is the hatred of, contempt for, or prejudice against men or boys. Next, we have feminists can only be women. False. Anybody who fights against the patriarchy and believes all genders should be treated equally and fairly is a feminist. All feminists are lesbians and anti-marriage. This is obviously false. Feminists are married, single, dating, LGBTQ+, and straight. We don't need feminism anymore. This is once again false. While the movement has of course made significant impact, there is still a long way to go. Issues such as discrimination against Black, Indigenous, people of colour, people with disabilities, LGBTQ people, the gender pay gap, protection against sexual assault and violence, and many other issues are still very relevant today. And lastly, feminism hurts men. Feminism is not about putting women above everyone else. People who call themselves feminists should be fighting for rights for all of these groups and against toxic masculinity in order to dismantle the patriarchy. Now, what is toxic masculinity? Well, toxic masculinity is a term often used to describe the negative aspects of these exaggerated masculine traits. But this harmful perception of masculinity also places heavy importance on manliness based on strength, lack of emotion, self-sufficiency, dominance, and sexual virility. According to traditional toxic masculine values, a male who does not display enough of these traits may fall short of being a real man. One example of this includes telling another person who is showing emotion to man up, aka hide that emotion. This example shows how some people view emotion or vulnerability as unmanly. This unhealthy type of masculinity can affect the mental health of a man who does not meet these phantom claims but feels pressure to do so. Men and boys forced to cling to these traits often experience adverse effects and may face problems like depression, body image issues, poor social function, substance abuse issues, or stress. Which is why this is one of the many major issues that feminism aims to tackle. Now that you've learned a bit more about what feminism is in 2021, would you say you're a feminist? Let us know in the comments below.